也是，风哥哥，你可是能徒手捏碎子弹的人呢。
Crushing bullets with bare hands is just a glimpse of Lin Feng's true power. But every legend has a beginning, and his started with a dream that felt far too real. I woke up terrified that I betrayed my master Xuanji, only to find out that the line between dreams and reality had already vanished. My journey down the mountain was about to begin. Before he can even process the shock, Master Xuanji decides it's time for him to leave the nest. She doesn't do long goodbyes. 1 minute I'm confessing my undying loyalty. The next, I'm literally getting booted off the mountain. No money, no map, just a marriage contract and a kick to the rear.
既然如此，那为师也送你一程。
Fresh off the mountain and completely broke, Lin Feng wanders into the city only to run into a very familiar face.
Talk about a coincidence. I see the girl from my dream, try to be a gentleman, and she greets me with a slap and a threat. Rich girls really have no manners.
你们要是敢动，我不会放过你的。
Despite her attitude, Lin Feng's medical instincts kick in. He realizes she's about to have a fatal asthma attack.
I don't care if she's the richest heiress in town. She's gasping for air, so I'm forcing this medicine down her throat whether she likes it or not.
吸气不腹，多来几次。张嘴。
The kidnappers think they've got an easy target, but they've just walked into a buzzsaw named Lin Feng.
These thugs really thought their cheap drugs would work on me? I've spent years training on that mountain. Time to show them what a real fight looks like.
这也不行啊！啊，太弱了。
Once the dust settles, Lin Feng meets the sister-in-law, a sharp soldier who actually knows how to say thank you.
I saved the girl and fixed her health, but business is business. I'm broke and hungry, so I'm putting a price tag on my heroics.
不客气，一颗药呢，1块。还有啊，我刚才治他哮喘，一共是2000块。行。
Zheng Xiaoyuan isn't convinced. She trusts her world-class doctors more than a guy who looks like a drifter.
She thinks her expensive medical team is the best in the world. I just told her my pill will keep her safe for a month, and she looks at me like I'm a clown.
我说你说大话也不怕闪了舌头。我的哮喘一直是全国顶级医疗团队在调养的，就连吃的药也是全世界最好的，一天都不敢停。就凭你，能让我1个月不犯病啊？
While spending his hard-earned cash at a noodle shop, Lin Feng hears a name that makes his blood boil.
I came down here to marry Zhao Shuzhen, and now I find out she's getting engaged to some rich brat today? The betrayal is real, and I haven't even met her yet.
不是，她不是我未婚妻吗？怎么和段家少爷结婚？
Lin Feng doesn't do quiet exits. He crashes the engagement party, looking like he just crawled out of a gutter.
They're celebrating a match made in heaven? What a joke. I'm here to show them that some debts can't be ignored, no matter how fancy the party is.
哪来的叫花子？我女儿的订婚宴也是你能来捣乱的。保安！
He pulls out the ultimate card, a 20-year-old marriage contract signed by his master.
I showed them the proof, but Zhao Shuzhen has clearly forgotten who saved her mother's life. She's too busy being a prestigious lady to remember her roots.
我一个堂堂赵家千金，怎么可能跟你这个乞丐结婚？做梦！
The groom-to-be tries to solve the problem the only way he knows how, by throwing money at it.
They think $1 million can fix a broken promise? They have no idea that breaking a contract with my master comes with a price money can't pay.
凡事必有因果，道家四字，这个代价不是钱能解决。
It's time for the Zhao family to face the consequences. Lin Feng decides to reclaim the luck his master once gave them.
My master gave them 20 years of prosperity, and today, I'm taking every bit of it back. Watch how fast their world crumbles when the luck runs out.
今日我就替师傅收回埋在你身上20年的气运。
Just as the security guards prepare to swarm, a powerful voice echoes through the hall, stopping everyone in their tracks.
I was ready to end this whole farce myself, but then the heiress I saved earlier shows up. It looks like the Zhao family just picked a fight with the wrong man.
我看谁敢动我郑家的人？林峰可是我的人，你敢动他试试？
Just when I was about to handle these clowns myself, the heiress I saved earlier suddenly shows up. She doesn't just stop the fight, she claims me in front of everyone. It's a bit much, even for a guy as charming as me.
The banquet hall falls silent as Zheng Xiaoyuan stands her ground. The Zhao family is speechless, watching their beggar ex-fiancée get protected by the most powerful girl in Rongcheng.
郑小姐，你可是荣城首富之女，怎么看得上这个乞丐啊？
Zhao Shuzhen can't handle the humiliation. She's desperate to prove that Lin Feng is trash, even if it means lying through her teeth to the Zheng family.
This woman really has no shame. She breaks the engagement, tries to buy me off with $1 million, and now she's playing the victim because I told her the truth about her mother's health. They think I'm cursing them? Please. I just took back the luck my master gave them 20 years ago. Without that protection, fate is finally catching up to their betrayals.
小 A 我是爱钱，但我只要我该要的钱。他们违背婚约，我收回了他身上的气运，然后老天爷降下惩罚，让他染上20年前的重病。哎，然后他就嗝屁了，根本轮不到我出手。
Song Jinshu watches Lin Feng closely. His words sound like madness, but his calm confidence suggests he might be more than just a lucky drifter. The Duan family patriarch tries to flex his power, treating Lin Feng like a cheap toy. He has no idea he's about to get a reality check from the military.
Watching these rich snobs look down on me is getting old. Luckily, the sister-in-law knows exactly how to shut them up and put me on a pedestal.
黎先生是我宋家的座上宾，不是小姐。
I was ready to end their bloodline right here, but my master Xuanji warned me about wasting my luck on fools. I'll let the universe do the dirty work, but not without leaving a parting gift.
给你个忠告，提前备好棺材。
With a final insult, Lin Feng walks out of the ruins of the engagement party. The Zhao family is left trembling, realizing their nightmare is only beginning. While the Zhao and Duan families plot their revenge in the shadows, Lin Feng is already looking toward his next move. He needs a base of operations in this city.
I can't just keep crashing on people's couches. If I want to keep my master's mouth shut, I need to start making some real bank. A clinic seems like the perfect way to turn my skills into cold, hard cash.
Song Jinshu isn't just offering help. She's offering a fortune. She knows the value of a miracle, and she's willing to pay top dollar for it.
1 million per pill? My ears aren't playing tricks on me, are they? At this rate, I'll be richer than the Zheng family before the month is out. Time to do some quick math.
一颗药就是100万，那1个月就是1000万，那1年就是6000万。
I was just making a casual observation about the beautiful sister-in-law being a widow. It's a waste of talent, really. But apparently, the little heiress has a very short fuse when it comes to my mouth.
林峰，我可警告你啊，你欺负我也就算了，你要是敢激我嫂嫂，我打死你！
Zheng Xiaoyuan's jealousy is as clear as day. She's trying to keep Lin Feng on a short leash, but his playful spirit isn't so easily contained. Despite the constant bickering, the bond between them is growing. But before Lin Feng can get too comfortable, he's faced with the ultimate test, meeting the mother.
I told her I could fix any illness, but she thinks I'm just bragging. Now she's dragging me home to meet her mom. This feels less like a doctor's visit and more like a trip to the altar.
等会儿，去哪儿啊？我们这关系好像还没到那个时候吧？
The Zheng mansion is massive, but the real shocker is inside. I thought I saw a sister, but it turns out the mother is just incredibly well preserved. Rich people really have the best skincare secrets.
这么年轻啊，还跟麻烦精长得这么像。
Lin Feng's urban-rural culture shock is on full display. He's navigating a world of extreme wealth, where even the grandmothers look like they're in their 20s. Liu Wanjun doesn't believe in long courtships. She sees a man who can save her daughter, and she's locking him down before he can even finish his tea.
I came here to talk about medicine, and suddenly I'm getting married in 2 weeks. I didn't even get to pick the flowers. This family moves faster than a mountain landslide.
小峰，这事儿就这么定了，半个月后举行你和圆圆的婚礼。
While Lin Feng is being fitted for a tuxedo, the Song family is facing a tragedy. The city's top doctors have already signed the death warrant for the old chief.
These legendary doctors are all the same. They see a little complication and start talking about deities and hopeless cases. They wouldn't know a real miracle if it bit them.
老首长的被抢，就是神仙来了，也难救我。
Song Jinshu refuses to let her father go. She remembers the mysterious man from the banquet and realizes he's their only hope left.
She's desperate, and she knows I'm the only one who doesn't play by the rules. But she's going to have to find me first, and I'm currently off the grid.
还有一个人能救爸爸。小黄，照顾好爸爸，我马上回。
I was just looking for a quiet spot to digest that marriage news. This bed is like a cloud, but apparently, I've trespassed into the lioness's den. This is going to be a long night.
你给我起来，那是我的床。
As the two bicker over the bed, Song Jinshu is racing against time to find the one man who can cheat death. Will Lin Feng leave his cozy spot to save a hero, or is he about to get kicked out of the Zheng house before the wedding even starts?
跟你妈算计，怎么现在连床都不让我躺？
Back at the Zheng mansion, the air is thick with tension. Zheng Xiaoyuan thinks she can just boss me around after her family's little marriage trap. They really think I'm some mountain bumpkin they can manipulate.
Marrying into wealth? Please, I'm the one doing them a favor by staying. I'm not as dumb as they think, and it's time she realizes I see right through their little game. She claims her suitors line up all the way to France. Too bad none of those fancy guys can save her life like I can. She thinks she's a bargain, but I'm the real prize here.
对不起，我不知道你们在。林峰，我有急事想求你帮忙。
The bickering over the bed quickly turns into a physical struggle. Zheng Xiaoyuan is determined to kick me out, but she's forgotten that I'm not exactly easy to move.
She tried to push me off, but she forgot I'm a martial artist. One slip, one grab, and the room gets a lot quieter. I didn't mean to see everything, but hey, I'm only human.
Before the embarrassment can even settle, Song Jinshu bursts through the door. Her face is pale, and she's got a desperate plea that's about to drag me from this bed to a literal deathbed. We rush to the Song residence, where the atmosphere is grim. The city's top doctors have already given up, but the old chief is sitting up, eating like a man with a new lease on life.
Everyone thinks it's a miracle recovery. I see the truth. It's just a terminal surge. That drumstick is his last meal, and I give him 60 minutes before the lights go out for good.
回光返照，老爷子撑不过1个小时。
My bluntness hits the room like a cold bucket of water. The family is in shock, and the resident miracle doctor is already looking at me like I'm a madman.
Miracle Dr. Liu isn't used to being challenged, especially by someone half his age. He thinks I'm a fraud, but Song Jinshu is willing to bet her father's life on my word.
This old hack is worried I'll make the chief suffer. He's the one letting him die while calling it hopeless. I've got one request before I start saving lives. I'm starving. A god doctor needs his fuel.
能，不过有一个小要求。
If I can cure asthma with a single pill, a bullet in the brain is just another Tuesday. But first, let's see if this family knows how to treat a guest.
Inside the Song mansion, the air is thick with medicine and doubt. Without even touching the patient or looking at a single scan, I call out the exact cause of the chief's decades-long agony.
A bullet in the skull for 20 years. It's not magic, it's just knowing where to look. While these experts rely on machines, I rely on my eyes. The truth is written all over his face.
用眼睛。
The room falls silent. Even the skeptical Zheng Xiaoyuan can't find the words to call me a fake this time. They're starting to realize I'm the real deal.
Miracle Dr. Liu tries to save face by accusing me of being a plant. He can't fathom a talent that exceeds his lifetime of study, so he resorts to petty insults.
I don't have time for his ego. I'm here to save a life, not stroke a failure's pride. If he thinks he's so great, why is the patient dying on his watch? His skills have hit a ceiling he'll never break.
你确实不可能，你没有慧根，你这辈子医学水平就这样了。
Despite the protests, the old chief's son, Song Lijun, makes the final call. He's a man of action, and he knows a desperate gamble is better than a slow death. It's my show now. This isn't just medicine. It's a lost art. I prepare the sky-piercing finger and the 9 needles of heavenly medicine, techniques that haven't been seen in the world for over a century.
Surgery is for those who don't know the meridians. One needle, one finger, that's all it takes to bring a man back from the brink. Watch closely. Miracle Doctor, you might actually learn something.
天意九针，居然又是失传针法，看来我真是小看这小。
And just like that, the job is done. The bullet fragments are neutralized, and the energy is flowing. Now, where's that chicken leg? Cheating death really works up an appetite.
The monitor flatlines for a terrifying moment, and the Song family is ready to tear me apart. Zheng Xiaoyuan is practically planning my funeral while I'm just trying to finish my dinner.
They're crying and screaming while I'm just enjoying a meal. People in this city really need to learn some patience. I told them he'd be fine, didn't I?
林峰，我要你给我把肠子。
The reversal is instant. From a murderer to a savior in the blink of an eye. Zheng Xiaoyuan looks more relieved than she'd ever admit. She's starting to care, isn't she?
With the chief out of danger, it's time to talk business. Zheng Xiaoyuan thinks I'm being crass by asking for money, but a doctor's got to eat, and I've got a clinic to build.
Connections don't pay the bills. $10 million for a few needles? That's what I call a fair trade in the big city. My master Xuanji said I'd be broke, but clearly she underestimated my hustle.
林先生，这是1000万，如果您觉得不够，我立马让家里再打起。
$10 million in one night. At this rate, I'll be the richest man in Rongcheng by next month. I should send a postcard to the mountain just to rub it in.
Miracle Dr. Liu finally realizes the massive gap between our skills. He's not just humbled, he's ready to throw away his entire reputation just to learn a fraction of what I know.
He wants to be my student? He's too old, and his talent is mediocre at best. But I do need someone to sweep the floors and organize the herbs at my new clinic. He can be the world's most overqualified apprentice.
林先生，我苦求医学一生，却不及先生的一点皮毛。不知先生愿不愿意收我为徒？
The city's most respected doctor is now my errand boy. It's a hilarious turn of events, but in this world, strength and skill are the only things that truly command respect. To celebrate the chief's recovery, we head to the most expensive 5-star hotel in Rongcheng. I'm making the Song family's son, Song Hong, pay for every single item on the menu.
$800 for a fruit plate? If it's not made of solid gold, it better taste like heaven. I'll take 10 of everything. Don't worry about the bill. Xiao Hong has deep pockets.
这个，啊，这个，还有这个，还有这个，来点，还有这个都。
Zheng Xiaoyuan is horrified by my appetite, but she has no idea how much energy it takes to cheat death and perform ancient techniques. I'm eating for two me and my martial spirit.
I clear every single plate on the table, leaving the staff and my friends in absolute shock. They've never seen a human being consume that much food in one sitting.
Martial arts and medicine, it's a high-burn lifestyle. $1 million bill is a small price for a satisfied stomach. I'm full, I'm rich, and my clinic is ready to open its doors.
到账100万元。
The bill is paid and the chief is saved. But as I step out into the night, I can feel eyes on me. The real games in Rongcheng are just beginning, and I have a feeling the next patient won't be so friendly. Who's the next fool to cross my path?
都怪林峰那个臭乞丐，要不是因为他诅咒，我妈怎么会这样？
The Duan family is in a total tailspin. Zhao Shuzhen's mother is on her deathbed with heart failure, and instead of reflecting on their own actions, they're busy blaming Lin Feng's curse for their bad luck. They really think they can treat the world like trash, and then cry foul when things go south.
Divine retribution? Maybe. But these people are so thick-skinned, they actually think heaven owes them a refund. They paid me off and thought that was the end of it, but karma doesn't take bribes. Now they're desperate, looking for any miracle to save their sinking ship. They can keep balking.
While they're busy playing the victim, the Zheng group is about to go bankrupt, and they're already celebrating my downfall before it even happens. Little do they know, I'm just getting started. Desperate to save her mother, Zhao Shuzhen hears that the legendary miracle Dr. Liu is seeing patients at a place called Jisheng Hall. She rushes there, hoping for a miracle, unaware that she's walking right into Lin Feng's territory. I decided to play a little game of dress-up, posing as a medical apprentice in my own clinic. When Zheng Xiaoyuan walks in, her jaw hits the floor. She can't wrap her head around why I'm wearing an apron instead of acting like the master of the house.
不是，我说你穿着药童的衣服干什么？
Xiaoyuan is convinced that miracle Dr. Liu has taken over the hall. She has no idea that the man she thinks is a beggar is actually the one pulling all the strings behind the scenes. I told her I opened this place to make money, and having old Liu work for free is just good business. He handles the simple cases, I take the credit, and the cash keeps rolling in. She calls me a crook, but in this city, you're either the shark or the bait.
哎呀，这老柳又不用发工资，还能帮我解决一些简单的病症。哎，你说，我这是不是？
She rolls her eyes, but I can see she's impressed by the hustle. Making money is easy. Keeping it while everyone is trying to stab you in the back is the real challenge. The peace is shattered when Zhao Shuzhen struts in, like she owns the place. She knocks over Xiaoyuan's milk tea without a second thought and tries to settle the debt by throwing a $100 bill at her feet like she's tipping a servant. I watched her throw that money down, thinking she could buy her way out of being a brat. Xiaoyuan was ready to blow a fuse, but I just picked it up. $100 is $100, and I'm going to make sure this petty move backfires on her spectacularly.
看来郑家是真缺钱了，这100块钱都在那儿记着。
She thinks she's showing power, but all she's showing is how desperate she is to feel superior. I'll let her have this tiny win for now. The fall will be much harder later. Zhao Shuzhen and Duan Zipeng aren't just rude. They think the rules of society don't apply to them. They try to cut the entire line of sick patients, demanding to see the doctor immediately because of their status. But they forgot one thing. I'm the one guarding the door. I don't care if you're the king of heaven or a spoiled brat from the Zhao family. In my clinic, you wait your turn just like everyone else. Seeing them get roasted by the crowd was the highlight of my day.
在场每个人都要见我的身影，你们也想见？排队去。
The crowd starts jeering at them, calling out their lack of class despite their fancy clothes. It's a rare moment of justice in a city that usually bows to the rich. The argument gets heated, and Xiaoyuan steps up to defend me like a boss. But then Duan Zipeng drops the bomb. The Zheng family is broke. He thinks he's won because he's got more cash in the bank, but he's about to learn that money can't buy a pulse.
狗屁首富！现在郑家出现了金融危机，资金链已经断了。
The revelation hits Xiaoyuan hard. The pride of the Zheng family is crumbling, and the Duan family is already circling like vultures, waiting for the final collapse. Zhao Shuzhen is screaming for me to be fired, thinking she can bully a lowly apprentice. But then miracle Dr. Liu walks out, and instead of backing her up, he bows down to me in front of everyone. The silence in the room was deafening. Old Liu really knows how to make an entrance. He told the whole room that he's just my assistant and that I'm the real owner of Jisheng Hall. The look on Shuzhen's face? Absolute gold. She looked like she just swallowed a lemon.
我想大家都误会了，我才是寄生堂的药童，而林先生才是寄生堂的老板。
Now the beggar is the boss of the most famous clinic in town. I wonder how she's going to explain this to her dying mother. The hits just keep coming for the Zhao and Duan families. They try to claim that Liu saved the old chief, but Liu shuts them down instantly. He admits he was powerless, and that the only reason the chief is alive is because of Lin Feng's skills. It's funny how the truth works. They spent all day calling me a fraud, only to have the most respected doctor in the city admit I'm his master. I didn't just save the chief. I rewrote the medical books while I was at it.
老首长的病，老夫束手无策，是林先生出手才将老首长的病彻底治好。
The entire hall falls into a deathly silence. The reality is finally sinking in. Lin Feng isn't just a lucky kid. He's a medical miracle worker that they've spent weeks insulting. Just when they think it can't get any worse, a military convoy pulls up. Old Chief Song himself steps out, looking healthier than ever. He's not here for a checkup. He's here to put the Duan family in their place for disrespecting his savior. The old chief has a way of commanding a room. He looked at the Duan family like they were insects. He told them flat out that if I say someone can't be cured, then they're as good as dead. Watching them shrink under his gaze was better than any paycheck.
听说你们在质疑林先生的医术，我这个患者在这里，够不够为他证明？
Accept your fate, he said. And just like that, the Zhao family's last hope vanished. They crawled out of there like beaten dogs. With the trash cleared out, it's time to celebrate. The Song family throws their full weight behind the grand opening of Jisheng Hall. Zheng Xiaoyuan can finally breathe a sigh of relief. The Zhao and Duan families are officially finished in this city. We won this round, but the victory feels a bit heavy. Xiaoyuan is happy, but I can see the worry in her eyes about her own family's crisis. Still, having the Song family as an ally is a game changer.
既然林先生说了你母亲的病无药可治，我想这世界上没有人治得了。节哀吧。
The dust hasn't even settled before the old chief drops a new mission on me. He wants me to save the city lord's daughter. It sounds like a political minefield, but he promises a reward that even I can't ignore. The city lord's daughter? That sounds like a lot of trouble, but the unexpected surprise he mentioned has me curious. I've conquered the medical world of Rongcheng. Maybe it's time to see what the high society is really hiding.
我这次来是想请你去救一个城主的女儿，报酬嘛不会低，对你来说还有一份意外的惊喜。
I agreed to go, but I know this isn't just about medicine. The old chief is a fox, and he's setting me up for something big. What kind of mess am I walking into this time? Guess I'll find out tomorrow.
我动，员工卖命，这样才叫老板。
The old chief was right. There's always a surprise waiting for me. But before I deal with the city lord's mess, I have a clinic to run. Being a boss isn't about doing the work, it's about making sure the right people are sweating for you. Lin Feng has turned Zheng Hall into the most prestigious clinic in Rongcheng. But he isn't just in it for the prestige. He's got the top medical titans of the country acting like interns, and he's just getting started.
以后的药价还是按今天价格，卖那么贵的话，人家买一次就破产了，他们还靠什么卖钱？
With the revenue pouring in, Miracle Dr. Liu suggests a price hike for the specialty drugs. It's a gold mine waiting to be tapped, but Lin Feng has a different vision for his empire. Money is great, but if I bleed the common people dry, who's going to be left to admire my genius? I'd rather have 1,000 loyal patients than one rich corpse. As the clinic's reputation grows, the workload becomes unbearable for Liu. He worries about the lack of hands, unaware that Lin Feng has already recruited the biggest names in the business. Old Liu thinks he's alone in the trenches. He has no idea that the 4 legendary medical giants are about to become my unpaid labor force. Watching the shock on everyone's faces is worth more than any consultation fee.
赵老、秦老、孙老、李老，这4位可是中医界的泰斗啊，活化石啊！峰哥，他们也要给你打工啊？
These so-called titans showed up with their noses in the air, questioning my skills. They think decades of experience can beat my divine eyes. I don't even need to touch them to know exactly how broken they are.
你老寒腿可喘不止，你三高缠身药不能停，你骨质疏松，你心肺衰竭。
Without a single pulse check, Lin Feng exposes every hidden ailment of the 4 experts. The arrogance in the room evaporates instantly, replaced by a chilling realization of his true power. The medical giants are humbled. They realize that Lin Feng isn't just a lucky kid, but a master they can barely fathom. They beg for his guidance, and Lin Feng sees a perfect opportunity for some community service. You want to learn from me? Fine, but it's going to cost you your pride and your free time. Go out there and treat the people for free, and maybe I'll show you a trick or two.
李先生，只要你愿意教我等救治之法，有任何条件都可以提。
While Lin Feng is conquering the medical world, the Zheng family is facing a total collapse. Liu Wenjun calls Lin Feng back, not to celebrate, but to offer him a way out of a sinking ship. Auntie looks like she's aged 10 years overnight. She's talking about bankruptcy and breaking off the engagement to save me from the fallout. She thinks she's protecting me, but she's forgetting who she's talking to.
小峰，我们郑氏集团确实遇到了很大的资金漏洞，可能濒临破产。你和圆圆没有感情基础，如果你不想娶她，阿姨也不强求。
The desperation in the Zheng household is palpable. Wang Jun is already dividing what little assets are left, trying to ensure her daughter and Jinshu have a future. But Lin Feng isn't interested in scraps. She's begging me to take care of Yuan Yuan like it's a deathbed request. I'm not about to let the Zheng family become a footnote in Rongcheng's history. If the sky is falling, I'll just hold it up.
小峰，对不起，我会把郑氏集团的资金分成2份，一份给锦书，一份给你。我希望你好好的照顾照顾圆圆。
Lin Feng's confidence is infectious. Even in the face of a massive financial deficit, he speaks as if it's a minor inconvenience. He officially claims his place as the Zheng family's protector. I'm the son-in-law, aren't I? Family doesn't walk away when things get messy. I promise to fix this, and I don't break my word.
都把女儿嫁给我，一家人说什么两家话？
As Jinshu prepares to leave Rongcheng to handle family business, she entrusts the household to Lin Feng. The tension between them shifts from professional respect to something far more personal. Sister-in-law has been carrying the weight of 2 families alone for too long. I told her I'd handle everything, but when I asked who'd be good enough for her, she turned redder than a beet. Did I say too much?
林先生，最近家里的事情给圆圆打击很大，还请你多安慰安慰她。
The house is quiet until Xiaoyuan stumbles in, smelling of alcohol and heartbreak. She's been drowning her sorrows over the family crisis, but she's brought back a bombshell that changes everything. I was waiting for her to come home, but I didn't expect her to be this wasted. She looked at me with those blurry eyes and dropped a line that felt like a punch to the gut. Married? To whom?
林峰，我要结婚了。
The Zheng family is on the brink, and now my supposed fiancé is announcing her wedding to someone else? This city is full of surprises, but this one might just be the most dangerous game yet.
我当然不愿意，我才不要嫁给那些自以为是的人呢。我想嫁给你。
I was standing there watching Xiaoyuan stumble around in a drunken stupor when she dropped the news like a lead weight. My supposed fiancé is getting married to save her family, but the groom isn't the man standing right in front of her. This city is full of surprises, but this one might just be the most dangerous game yet. The Zheng family's financial collapse has pushed Xiaoyuan to the edge. She's ready to sell her happiness to save her father's legacy, unaware that Lin Feng is the only one who can actually fix the mess. She thinks a loveless marriage is her only lifeline. She's acting like a sacrificial lamb for a lifestyle she didn't even ask for. It's pathetic, and honestly,
如果能靠我去拯救真家，我愿意。
Xiaoyuan's resolve is firm, but Lin Feng sees through the mask. He knows she's terrified of the future, and he has no intention of letting his troublemaker walk into a cage. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly. She was desperate, clinging to me as if I were the last solid thing in her crumbling world. I tried to tell her that I'd already seen her true self long ago, but she wasn't in the mood for talking.
峰哥，别说话，疼我。
In a moment of vulnerability and blurred reality, the two share a connection that transcends their bickering past. But for Lin Feng, the real battle begins when the sun comes up. The morning sun brings a temporary peace to the Zheng household, but the financial sword still hangs over their heads. Lin Feng knows that to save the family, he needs more than just medical skill, he needs the backing of the most powerful man in Rongcheng. Song Hong dragged us to the city lord's manor, where apparently every famous doctor has already failed. Xiaoyuan thinks I'm just chasing a reward, but I can smell the stench of something foul from the gates. The daughter isn't sick, she's being toyed with by something dark.
这顾薇薇没病，所以查不出来啊。
Lin Feng's blunt assessment sends a shockwave through the room. While others look for symptoms, he's looking for the source of the corruption. Inside the manor, the air is thick with skepticism. The Lady Mayoress isn't impressed by Lin Feng's youth or his lack of bedside manner, but he isn't there to win a popularity contest. They want humility? They've come to the wrong guy. I told them straight up, keep waiting for a miracle, and this whole place is going to face a fatal disaster. Arrogance is a privilege you earn when you're the only one who can see the truth.
说的实话而已，在这个世上行医啊，我有狂傲的底气。
The warning comes true sooner than expected. A blood-curdling scream echoes through the halls as the unconscious Gu Weiwei suddenly transforms into a violent predator. The nanny came running out, white as a sheet and shaking. The girl had snapped and was trying to take a life. It wasn't a medical emergency anymore. It was a full-blown haunting that was about to get messy.
不好了，城主夫人，小姐她杀人了。
The city lord was ready to hand over his entire position just to save his daughter. I don't want his job too much paperwork, but I'll take his gratitude. It was time to show these city folks what real Taoist power looks like. With a series of ancient mudras, Lin Feng confronts the dark energy radiating from the girl. The room turns ice cold as the exorcism begins in earnest. The spirit isn't going down without a fight. In a final act of desperation, it forces Gu Weiwei's body toward the balcony, threatening a fatal plunge. She thought she could jump? Not on my watch. I locked onto her position and moved before anyone else could even blink. Saving a falling damsel is just another day at the office for me. The crisis is averted, and Gu Weiwei wakes up in the arms of her savior, looking at him like he's a legendary hero. But there's another storm brewing much closer to home. I was just holding the girl to keep her spirit stable, but Xiaoyuan's eyes were shooting daggers at me. Jealousy looks good on her, but we had much bigger fish to fry than her bruised ego.
林峰，这人都没事儿，你是不是可以放下？
I took a long look around the manor. The black mist was everywhere, centered right in the girl's room. This wasn't an accident. It was a targeted strike to decapitate the leadership of Rongcheng using his own daughter as the weapon.
就发现你们城主府阴气环绕，顾薇的房间最为严重，有人要借你们女儿的手，灭掉你们整个城主。
The revelation sends a chill through the city lord. He realizes he's been living in a trap, and the only man who can dismantle it is the one he almost kicked out. I handed the city lord a pouch containing the evidence of the puppet master. The look on his face went from terror to absolute loyalty in a heartbeat. I didn't just save a girl today, I gained an entire army.
从今日起，城主府誓死追随您，只要您拿一声令下，我顾某定当鞠躬尽瘁。
The power dynamic in Rongcheng has shifted overnight. With both the Song family and the city lord now swearing loyalty, Lin Feng is no longer just a doctor, he's the shadow ruler of the city. The city lord doesn't just offer words. He hands over an unlimited black card and promises to crush the Zheng family's debt personally. Xiaoyuan is speechless, her hopeless situation solved by a simple flick of Lin Feng's wrist. The crisis is over, and the troublemaker is safe for now. But as I look at the evidence in that pouch, I realize the clowns behind this are still out there. They think they're playing chess, but they haven't met the Grandmaster yet. Who's next on my list to be dismantled?
手不献媚的黑客，虽然家里比郑家差远，但这一出手倒是慷慨。
妈，这是怎么回事？短短几日，你就离开了我，就连段氏也被各方打压，摇摇欲坠。
The clowns are already crying. Zhao Shuzhen thought her family was untouchable, but in just a few days, I've turned her world into a literal graveyard. Seeing her wail in front of her mother's altar is almost poetic, but don't expect me to feel a shred of pity. Crying won't bring back your status or your family's fortune. You chose the wrong enemy, and now you're paying the price in tears. But this is just the appetizer. The main course of your downfall is still cooking. While Shuzhen mourns, the Duan family is already pivoting to a new, more dangerous ally, hoping to bypass the old chief's crushing ban. They think they found a bigger fish to hide behind. The City Lord? That's just another name on my list. If they think a title can protect them from me, they're even stupider than they look.
段子已经将所有献给了大人，祝他上位。到时候我们就是第一功臣，就是荣成一人之下，万人之上的存在。
Desperate for revenge and blinded by hatred, Shuzhen is ready to sacrifice everything, even the last of her family's legacy, just for a chance to strike back. She's signing her own death warrant and calling it a lifeline. Handing over the Zhao Group shares to the Duans, she's not just losing her money, she's losing her leverage. Greed and stupidity, a perfect combination for a spectacular fall.
权转让协议上签字，我帮你转交就可以了。
Zipeng isn't just taking her money, he's already set a lethal trap for the man who humiliated them, calling in the shadows of the underworld. An underground killer? I hope they send someone who can actually put up a fight. I'm getting bored with these low-level corporate games. If they want to play with fire, I'll make sure they're the ones who get burned to ash.
好多人想结交大人都没有门道。淑珍啊，要不是你是我的准儿媳妇，这个机会你也得不到。
Unbothered by the shadows closing in, Lin Feng is busy dealing with a different kind of trouble at the Zheng villa. A certain arrogant fiancé who needs a reminder of who's in charge. Xiao Yuan thinks she can keep me waiting outside like a common servant. She doesn't realize that playing hard to get only makes the reward sweeter. 10 minutes? I'll give her 10 minutes to prepare for the storm.
我段子鹏可是天之骄子，林峰那个乡野村夫拿什么跟我比？
10 minutes was a long time to wait, but the surprise she had waiting for me inside wasn't exactly what I expected. She's getting bold with these little role-playing games.
小声点儿，你吵到我老公了。
A husband? Unless she's seeing ghosts or hiding a body, I'm the only man in this room. Nice try, little troublemaker, but you're going to have to do better than that to scare me off. The playful banter quickly turns into a battle of wills in the dim light, and Lin Feng isn't in the mood to lose this round. She wants to play games? I'll show her who really calls the shots. I don't care who's watching or listening. When I decide to take what's mine, nobody stands in my way.
他们要是敢坏小爷好事，小爷我送他去见阎王。
The next morning, Lin Feng shifts from the bedroom to the clinic, putting the city's most respected medical minds to a humiliating test. These so-called divine doctors are basically kindergartners playing with needles. One wrong move and they'd kill the patient faster than the poison. It's embarrassing to even call them colleagues.
林峰认真的样子也太帅了吧！人又帅，武艺又高强，医术又通神，还会捉鬼。这么优秀的男人，是我占小圆的。
I had to spell it out for them like they were toddlers. The Baihui point is the key, but these fools were too busy protecting the heart to see the soul was slipping away. Teaching them is like talking to a brick wall.
错，第一针应该落在百会穴，醒神，定魂。
If they don't start paying attention, I'm going to make them copy medical texts until their hands fall off. I have no patience for incompetence, especially when lives are on the line. His medical brilliance doesn't just save lives. It wins hearts, much to the dismay of his current fiancée who is watching from the sidelines. Gu Weiwei wakes up and immediately offers herself as payment. I'm a doctor, not a collector of grateful brides, but the look on Xiao Yuan's face is worth more than any reward. Things just got a lot more complicated.
风哥哥，我把我自己嫁给你，报答救命之恩吧。
The tension in the room spikes as the young girl notices a very specific symptom on Xiao Yuan's neck. I suppose I should have been a bit more discreet with my punishment last night.
姐姐，你脖子是过敏了吗？风哥哥，你不是神医吗？怎么不帮姐姐看一下啊？
An allergy? That's one way to put it. I guess I was a bit too thorough with my medical examination last night. Xiao Yuan is turning redder than the mark itself. Xiao Yuan isn't about to let a newcomer stake a claim on her territory, especially not after everything they've been through together. She finally stops playing games and marks her territory in front of everyone. Getting married at the end of the month? I guess I should start picking out a suit and preparing for the chaos that's coming.
我跟他已经在一起了，而且啊，月底呢就结婚了，欢迎你来啊！
Xiao Yuan finally laid her cards on the table, but as the wedding date approaches, the shadows from the city lord's manor are growing longer. The Duan family is cornered, and a cornered rat is always the most dangerous. Will our wedding bells be drowned out by the sound of a killer's blade?
我跟他已经在一起了，而且啊，月底呢就结婚了，欢迎你来啊！
Xiao Yuan finally stopped playing games and marked her territory. She announced our wedding right in front of the competition, leaving no room for doubt. Gu Weiwei doesn't back down easily. Instead of a fight, she offers a truce that feels more like a calculated move to stay in the game. But Weiwei didn't come just to play nice. She has a secret that requires Lin Feng's private attention.
对了，风哥哥，我有一件重要的事情要单独跟你说一下。
I can't help it if I'm this popular. But the look on Weiwei's face tells me this isn't just another flirtation. She's got something heavy on her mind. I agreed to help her out, but I didn't expect a thank you like this. This girl has definitely spent too much time abroad.
风哥哥，你也太古董了一些。在国外，亲吻脸颊是打招呼。
Lin Feng tries to keep his distance, but Wei Wei's playful teasing is just a mask for the danger that's about to erupt. The flirtatious mood is shattered in a heartbeat. A sniper's bullet tears through the air, aimed straight for the heart of the villa. They really think a piece of lead can stop me? That's cute. I've dealt with better assassins while I was still in diapers. Lin Feng doesn't just dodge. He shows the assassin exactly what kind of monster they've provoked by catching the bullet with his bare hands.
也是，风哥哥，你可是能徒手捏碎子弹的人呢。
If they want to play dirty, I'll show them what real power looks like. This little toy is going back to its owner in pieces. The message is clear. Zhao Shuzhen and Duan Zipeng have officially crossed the line, and Lin Feng is done being patient. They had a chance to walk away. Now, I'm gonna make sure they regret ever knowing my name.
赵淑贞、段子鹏，好好的阳光大道你们不走，非要来找死，那我就成。
Back at the Zheng house, Xiaoyuan is already planning for the future, trying to lock Lin Feng into a corporate life. She wants me to be the chairman? I'd rather spend my days eating and sleeping with her than sitting in a boring office.
林峰，要不你来接任这个董事长吧，这样妈妈还能轻松点。
We were just getting to the good part when Song Hong burst in like the house was on fire. His sister is in trouble.
峰哥，我姐姐出事了，你一定得救她。
The atmosphere shifts from playful to desperate. Song Jinshu, the fierce commander, has gone dark during a secret mission. I did a quick calculation. It's not looking good, but she's still breathing. For now.
情况不太好，但是暂时没有生命危。
Every second counts. Lin Feng doesn't wait for a car. He vanishes into thin air, leaving the others in total shock. Walking is for mortals. I need to be there now.
峰哥还有这种神迹啊！他不会是天神下凡吧？
Lin Feng finds Jinshu in a remote area, barely conscious and clearly drugged by her attackers. They used a heavy toxin on her. If I had been a minute later, her heart would have stopped.
该死，那群人怎么居然给你下这种药？
In her delirium, she finally says what she's been hiding. She thinks she's dying, and she's spending her last words on me.
我是不是快死了？否则我怎么会看见林峰那个让我不受控制、深深爱上的男人？
As the poison clears, Jinshu reveals she was on a mission for the City Lord when she was ambushed by a mysterious group. A secret mission? They didn't just poison her, they left a nasty wound near her heart. I'm going to make them pay for every drop of blood she lost.
没想到却遭了那帮人的算计，我不仅中了毒，还受了伤。
To save her, Lin Feng has to perform a delicate procedure. The wound is in a sensitive spot, and the tension in the room is thick. I have to keep my hands steady. She's a warrior, but she's still human. I promised her she wouldn't feel a thing, and I intend to keep that promise.
林先生，你直接处理吧，我不怕疼。
With a display of divine medical skill, the wound closes instantly. Jinshu is safe, but the battle is far from over. She's back on her feet, but she's not going home empty-handed. Whatever she was sent to retrieve is the key to everything.
我的伤真的好了，林先生，你是神仙下凡吗？
She's safer now, but the people who tried to kill her are still out there, and they have no idea that they've just made themselves my top priority. Who is the real master behind the City Lord's shadows?
就林峰那个乡野村夫，我派出去的可是道上第一杀手，估计现在尸体都凉透了。
While I'm busy saving lives, these two clowns are already planning my funeral. Zhao Shuzhen and Duan Zipeng are convinced their professional assassin has already turned me into a memory. They're not just looking for a win, they want to see me suffer before I go. Broken limbs? Making me suffer? Zhao Shuzhen's imagination is as ugly as her heart. She's already dreaming of being the wife of the city's second in command, thinking my existence was just a bad taste in her mouth.
老首长宋家，宋锦书已经被大人设计弄死。宋立军听到消息，当场吐血身亡。宋家没有了主持人，咱们更不用正眼瞧一眼。
The conspiracy runs deeper than anyone imagined. The Duan family reveals their true play. They've already neutralized Gu Weiwei and taken Song Jinshu off the board. With the old chief collapsed and the Song family in chaos, the path to total control seems wide open. They think they've cut off my support, leaving the Song family leaderless. It's a bold move, assuming I'm already dead and the city is theirs for the taking. But they've made one fatal mistake. They're counting their chickens before I've even finished the hunt. Back at the Zheng villa, the air is thick with dread. Zheng Xiaoyuan wakes from a nightmare where I'm in mortal danger, her intuition screaming that something has gone wrong. Song Hong tries to keep a brave face, but even his faith is being tested by my silence.
可能之前啊，我以为我姐姐就是这个世界上最牛逼的人，直到遇见了峰哥，彻底刷新了我的认识。他们两个都是牛逼哄哄的，不会出事。
Xiaoyuan's fear is real. She knows if we were truly safe, we'd be back by now. My absence is starting to feel like a death sentence for the Zheng family's hope. The vultures don't wait for the body to get cold. Duan's father barges into the Zheng household, declaring their family legacy an empty shell. He's not there for a meeting, he's there for an execution of their corporate life.
刘董事长，正事现在只剩个空壳，我们今天来是和你谈收购细节。
The audacity of this man is incredible. He thinks because I'm not standing there, he can just walk in and take what belongs to the woman I protect. He's about to find out that an empty shell can still have a very sharp bite. Zhao Shuzhen is back to her favorite hobby, insulting Xiaoyuan. She's calling her blind and suggesting her eyes should be fed to dogs. When Zipeng puts his hands on my woman, the tension finally snaps.
段董事长，我看你手下的人是吃白饭的。消息那么落后，我们郑家已经被注资了，根本就不需要你来收购。
Song Hong tries to intervene, but the Duan family has the upper hand. They're using the Zheng family's financial ruin as a weapon, forcing Liu Wanjun to face a reality she's been trying to hide from her daughter. The mask of civility is gone. Duan's father resorts to physical intimidation, trying to force Liu Wanjun to sign away the Zheng group. He's willing to use force to get what he wants, and Xiaoyuan's screams of terror are just background noise to him.
卖不卖，可不是你说了算的。今天我把合同都带来了，你不签也得签。
Touching her mother? This old man really has a death wish. They think they can bully a widow and her daughter just because they think their protector is gone. They have no idea how much debt they're accumulating with me right now. Zhao Shuzhen just couldn't resist twisting the knife. She's telling everyone I'm a filthy beggar who's already dead. I can almost feel Xiaoyuan's heart breaking from here.
林峰那个臭乞丐，他能救什么人呀？对了，林峰他死了，死得透透的。
The news hits Xiaoyuan like a physical blow. The hope she was clinging to is shattered by Zhao's malicious lies. For the Zheng family, it feels like the end of the world has finally arrived. While they're celebrating my death, I'm wrapping up business with Song Jinshu. We've got the evidence we need for City Lord Gu. My master taught me that being lazy is fine, but being evil is a one-way ticket to a bad end. And I'm about to punch the Duan family's ticket.
那是自然，玄清从小就教我，摆烂可以，作恶打死。哎，好了，嫂嫂，我们还要去收拾那些臭鱼烂虾。
It's time to head back and deal with the trash. City life is way more complicated than bathing in the mountains, but someone has to take out the garbage. I'm coming for them, and I'm bringing a storm they won't survive. The trap is finally sprung. Duan's father drops the ultimate bombshell. City Lord Gu is no longer in power. The entire city of Rongcheng has supposedly changed hands, leaving the Zheng family with no allies and no escape.
因为现在根本就没有顾城主，整个荣城都已经是我们大人的囊中之物。
A coup? They really went all out. They think by taking the city lord's seat, they can rewrite the rules and take whatever they want. They're acting like kings, but they're just puppets waiting for their strings to be cut. Liu Wanjun shows the true strength of the Zheng family. Even with a knife at her throat and her company in ruins, she refuses to sign. She'd rather see her legacy destroyed than let it fall into the hands of traitors.
敬酒不吃吃罚酒，刘董事长，守寡多年，日子一定过得很寂寞吧？要不，老哥陪你再激情一把。
That's my mother-in-law. She's got more spine than the entire Duan family combined, but her defiance is only making them more desperate and more dangerous. They're losing patience, and that's when people get hurt. The situation turns truly disgusting. Duan's father begins to openly harass Liu Wanjun, suggesting he can keep her company now that she's a widow. Zipeng joins in, mocking Xiaoyuan as she tries to protect her mother from their filthy hands.
敬酒不吃吃罚酒，刘董事长，守寡多年，日子一定过得很寂寞吧？要不，老哥陪你再激情一把。
They're laughing now, feeling untouchable in their stolen power. They have no idea that I'm already at the door. They've crossed every line, and now they're about to pay the ultimate price. But with the city lord gone, am I walking into a trap, or am I the one setting it? The real nightmare for the Duan family is just beginning.
来人，把这小子给我扔出去！
The vultures are circling. With the city lord gone, the Duans are here to humiliate everyone who stood by me. They think they can put their hands on my people just because I'm not standing in the room? This old man is digging a grave for his entire bloodline with every word he spits out. He thinks he's a king, but he's just a dead man walking who hasn't realized his time is up yet. Zhao Shuzhen is in her element, twisting the knife into Zheng Xiaoyuan's heart. She's already treating her former friend like a lower-class citizen, relishing the sight of the Zheng family's fall. To her, this isn't just business, it's the ultimate validation of her own betrayal. This woman's obsession with my pathetic life is actually hilarious. She's so busy celebrating my death that she hasn't noticed the shadow looming right behind her. She wants to talk about jinxes? I'm about to show her what a real disaster looks like.
林峰现在啊是个灾星，把你们家弄到了现在的下场。
Despair has filled the room as Liu Wanjun prepares for the ultimate sacrifice. She'd rather die with her dignity intact than let the Duan family touch her or her daughter. The Zheng family is standing on the edge of a cliff, and the villains are laughing as they prepare to push. My mother-in-law is ready to die for her name, but I didn't come all this way to let a bunch of trash win. The air is about to get very cold for everyone in this room who thinks they've already won. I'm right at the door, and I'm not bringing a contract, I'm bringing a reckoning. The atmosphere shatters as a familiar voice cuts through the chaos. Lin Feng has returned, and he isn't the beggar they remember. He stands there like a god of war, his presence alone enough to make the air heavy with the scent of impending doom for the Duan family. Did you really think a few professional killers could stop me? I've spent my life mastering things you can't even dream of. Now, sit back and watch how I handle the people who dared to touch my family. This isn't just a rescue, it's an execution.
黑夜，这世上还没人能杀得了我。接下来，你好好看着我为你报仇。
The violence of the moment softens as Lin Feng turns to Xiaoyuan. Even in the middle of a bloodbath, his priority is the woman who stood by him when everyone else called him a loser. The contrast between his lethal power and his gentle touch is terrifying to his enemies. She's shaking, and that's the one thing I won't forgive. Every tear she shed while I was away is going to cost the Duan family a pint of blood. I'm going to make sure they regret the day they even heard the name Zheng.
不怕，谁欺负女人，我都会加倍，让他们还回来。
The lord the Duan family worshipped is revealed to be nothing but a trophy in a bag. Zhao Shuzhen's world collapses as she realizes the man she mocked is the one who took down the city's most dangerous conspirators. The arrogance is gone, replaced by a primal, shaking fear. Look at her crawl. She wants to know who I am now? A bit late for curiosity, isn't it? You had your chance to be by my side, but you chose the trash. Now, you get to share their fate.
你怎么有这么恐怖的实力？你什么人？
In a display of pure, shameless desperation, Zhao Shuzhen tries to play the fiancé card one last time. She's begging for a marriage that she threw away for a few coins, completely oblivious to the fact that she's become a joke to everyone in the room. Marry her? I'd rather burn my mountain to the ground. This woman has no shame and even less brain. She's not a person to me anymore. She's just a noisy fly that needs to be swatted away so I can get back to my real life.
你上次退婚的事，你也没有同意，对吧？你还喜欢我，你能不能跟我结婚？跟我结婚好不好？
With the trash finally cleared out of the city, the dust begins to settle. The power dynamic of Rongcheng has shifted overnight, and the name Lin Feng is now whispered with both awe and absolute terror by the elite. Cleaning up the city was more work than I expected, but seeing the Zheng family safe makes it worth the trouble. Now it's time to see who's actually grateful for the peace I've brought back to this place. The rewards for Lin Feng's intervention are staggering. The city's most powerful families are competing to show their gratitude, offering fortunes that most people can't even imagine. From gold mines to national real estate, the beggar from the mountains has become the city's ultimate power broker. A gold mine as a dowry? Real estate across the whole country? I came down here to fulfill a promise, and now I'm accidentally the richest man in the province. My master is going to have a heart attack when she sees the bank account I'm bringing home.
林先生，我们宋家的资产不多，就把全国的房产和地产送给你，作为谢意。
Liu Anzhu makes it official by handing over the keys to the Zheng group. Lin Feng is no longer just a protector, he's the chairman of a corporate empire. But for a man who grew up in the clouds, the boardroom feels a lot less interesting than the peak of a mountain. Chairman Lin? Sounds fancy, but I think I prefer being the guy who can heal you or break you with a single needle. Still, having all this power means no one will ever dare to look down on Xiaoyuan again. Mission accomplished.
没有你啊，就没有我们郑家。从今天起，郑氏集团董事长由你担任了。
Before leaving the city, Lin Feng and Xiaoyuan returned to the spot where their journey began. The memory of their first meeting, a chaotic misunderstanding, has become the foundation of a bond that survived a city-wide conspiracy. She hit me the first time she saw me. Who would have thought that the girl who tried to slap me would end up being the one I'd fight a whole city for? Life in the mountains was simple, but this girl makes the chaos of the world feel like home.
对啊，就是在这个地方，第一次见面就打我。
Lin Feng's departure isn't as quiet as he hoped. His sharp senses pick up the followers immediately. It seems the women who fought by his side aren't ready to let him go back to his mountain solitude without them. I knew I couldn't shake them that easily. Song Jinshu and Gu Weiwei are determined to see where I come from. Fine, the mountain is big enough for everyone, but I hope they're ready for a life that doesn't involve high heels and fancy parties.
听说风哥哥你要回家，我和姐姐就想跟过去看一下。
The group finally reaches the summit, but the peace of the mountain is interrupted by a shocking realization. Lin Feng's master, the woman who sent him on this journey, has finished her seclusion much earlier than expected. Master is out? She's hiding a secret.
哎，师傅，你已经出关了，我还以为你还在闭关。
She's standing there with a secret that could change everything I thought I knew about my past. Is this a homecoming, or is it the start of a war that makes the city look like child's play? The truth is waiting just inside that temple door.
哎，师傅，你已经出关了，我还以为你还在闭关呢。
The heavy temple doors swing open, but the dusty silence I expected is gone. My master, Xuanji, is already standing there, her presence more radiant than the mountain sun itself. I thought I had months of freedom left, but she's out of seclusion early. Looking at her now, I'm reminded why I was always so impressed and slightly terrified by her ageless grace. Xiaoyuan and the others are frozen in place. They came here, expecting a withered hermit, not a woman who looks like she stepped out of a celestial painting.
上次有你帮我突破瓶颈，这次闭关倒也顺利，没几天就出关了。
Xuanji has never been one for social filters. She immediately drops a bombshell about our private training that makes the mountain air feel incredibly hot.
Master, please. Some things are meant for the inner chambers of the temple, not for a public reading in front of 3 very confused women. If she keeps talking, my reputation is going to be the least of my worries. I need to shush her before she mentions the more scandalous details of my assistants.
Desperate to pivot the conversation, Lin Feng tries to introduce his companions as a way to distract his master from her embarrassing memories.
I brought them here to keep her company, hoping their presence would soften her sharp tongue. But my master's curiosity is a dangerous thing.
The awkwardness reaches a breaking point when Xuanji looks at the 3 beauties and asks the one question Lin Feng was dreading most.
She's lived on this mountain so long she's forgotten how the modern world works. In her eyes, a man of my talent should have a harem, but Xiao Yuan's icy glare suggests otherwise.
这3位，该不会都是你的老婆吧？
Explaining monogamy to my master might be my toughest battle yet. As we enter the temple, I realize my journey is just beginning. What secret is she hiding, and am I ready for the truth?